So now that I have all the authorities that I need to create the role so that I can pass a role to a user, and then from that role the user will inherit all the permissions or authorities that I associate with that role. So let's go into the main package now. Let's go ahead and create a new package. I'm gonna call it enumeration. So this is gonna be a package that's gonna hold, oops, let me spell that, enumeration. So that's gonna be an enum. It's gonna represent the roles. So enumeration, and in that package I'm gonna create a new class. I'm just gonna call it role. Oops. And that's gonna be an enum. Okay, so in this class I want to define the roles that I need to give to the users. So let's do role underscore user, and in the role user I want to pass the user authorities. So I can do user underscore authorities, and you didn't find it. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay, so user authorities and it's static import. So I'm creating this role, right? I'm gonna call it role underscore user. And if you guys are familiar with Spring Security, you know why I'm having role underscore user as the name of the role. That's just how Spring Security have it. So I'm just keeping the same standard. So then I can have the other roles that I need. So we're gonna have the first one, and we're gonna need one more. So let's see, we need a comma here and another one here, and let's see how many we had for the authority. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one last one, and that's gonna be this. Okay, so this is gonna be the user authority, and I think this is HR. Oops, HR authorities, and this is gonna be the manager. So manager authorities, and this is gonna be admin. So admin authorities, and this is gonna be super admin. Just gonna do super underscore admin. Okay, so those roles, they're like enum, right? So they're like enumeration. So those roles, they're gonna have all of their respective authorities inside. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm passing the actual number of permissions into each role. So this is gonna be role. I have to change this as well. So I'll role HR and manager, and this is gonna be admin. And this is gonna be super underscore admin. Okay, so now I have all the enum. So let's create a constructor. So let's create a field so that we can get those values. So let's do private, and that's gonna return a string array, and that's gonna be the authorities. Okay, and then from here we can create a simple constructor. So let's do role, and that's gonna take any number of authorities. So let's do authorities. Oops, this needs to be here, and then we can return the same authorities from this class. So this authorities equals whatever authorities that is passed, and then we will be able to. So another last thing we'll need is to be able to get all those authorities whenever we need them. So let's create a public, and this is gonna return all the authorities because that's what we want. So string array, and we're gonna call it get authorities, and it's not gonna take anything, and it's just gonna return the authorities. So return authorities. Oops, there. So with this information, we're making this available to get from the outside world. So we're not just having some simple enum here. We can also get the actual values from this enum, which is this authorities here from the roles, okay, which are enums, right? Those are enums. So I'm saying technically, if I'm using this enum and I call get authorities on this enum, it's gonna return the authorities from that role. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. So that way, if I pass this role to a user, then I can get all the authorities from that role that I passed to the user. So at this point, we're ready now to actually allow the user to create an account, and then we can, depending on who they are or however we want the logic of the application to go, we can determine which role we're gonna give them, and then with that role will come a number of authorities. And you'll see how this is gonna make sense once we start using it.